Good morning internet and welcome back to the channel. This morning I'm at Clifton Country Park, one of Manchester's hidden gems, situated just off the M60 on the, I think it's junction 12, on the A666 at Clifton, accessible by Clifton House Road. It really is a wonderful little spot, so stick with us and we'll see what's on offer. Now, there's a nice little car park and visitor centre. The visitor centre sells refreshments, and there's also toilets in there that are accessible, I think. So everything you want before you start your walk. There's also a nice little decking area where you can watch the waterfowl. Somewhere good to set your tripod up if you go with a tripod and spotting scope. Most of the paths around the park are pretty good. Quite a lot of them are tarmacked, especially around the lake. But the other paths are good as well. There's not much rough ground. It's pretty good for ladies with trolleys and people in wheelchairs. Now there is a nice little fairy tale trail that starts with this Gruffalo sculpture here for the kiddies. You can get them all running about having a competition who spots the next sculpture. There's loads of them throughout the park, so it gives your kids a good bit of exercise getting around the park and trying to spot them all, and a little bit of competition. It always does them well. Get them off the couch, stop them eating junk food and playing PlayStations, get them running and having fun. That's what kids should do. There is an alternative path alongside the River Irwell. I think they call it the Woodland Trail. And it's really good, but the ground's very rough and I wouldn't advise it with young toddlers because some of the fencing is broke and there is sheer drops to the Irwell, and I think there's maybe been an accident or two there in the past and possibly one fatality. I'm not sure about that, but I did see a lot of flowers. I don't know whether it was somebody had slipped and drowned or what, but just be careful on the side that borders the river. Now there is a gully between the main path round the lake, or around the marina, and the Woodland Trail past the edge of the Irwell. It's quite a deep gully, and I think a lot of the dead tree branches sort of gravitate to the middle of it. And it's a great place in the winter for fungi. See scarlet elf cups and all sorts of stuff in there, so that's well worth a visit in the autumn and the winter months. There's also some old ruins of the old wet earth mining system where they used to bring coal up, I think. Some of the dwelling houses, the winding head holes where they used to bring the men up. This sculpture by Scartworks, Stephen Charnock, very talented sculpture in northwest of England, is of the pit ponies that used to bring the men up. And I think it's done in Coltrane steel, designed to rust and give a nice effect. This time of the year it's always good to see the little birds feeding on natural stuff, spiders, insects and freshly hatched caterpillars. It's a lot better for them than the nuts and seeds we give them in the winter, but that does keep them going, so make sure you put it out in the winter. The hard months, the autumn, the early spring. This was a great little capture of two great tips collecting nest material for the nest. Just pulling the moss out and flying off with it to line over the nesting. All the buds are beginning to open now. Sycamore, horse chestnut, the big sticky buds of horse chestnut. All the hawthorns are beginning to blossom. This is just me leaving a bit of payment for the stars of my films. Got to give back a little bit, as well as take. I should keep a few squirrels and birdies happy for today. The buildings across the river, Irwell, are from Giant Seat Nurseries. Well worth a visit if you like the area. Hard to believe, but the River Irwell a few years ago rose right up and flooded all those buildings, and I bet they're 6 to 8 metres above the river. Incredible amount of water came down. So what do you think so far, guys? I hope you're enjoying it. I am. I've seen plenty of birds. I've had squirrels coming up round my feet. And I think I found a fox earth. And it looks well used, so I'm wondering whether there's cubs going to be playing about. Because it looks well trampled all around it. I'm going to nip back after when the sun comes round that way and warms it up. They may come out for a little sunbathe, who knows. We might get lucky. Fingers crossed. Keep watching, we'll see what happens. Always nice to see the squirrels foraging on the natural stuff, the fresh buds and that. Sure it's better for them than peanuts. One thing I'm getting really sick of seeing everywhere, humans are pigs. People are driving up here at night onto this little track here and throwing the rubbish over the wall into the Urwell. Absolutely disgusting behaviour. I hope they catch the buggers. Little grey wagtail doing his thing. Now, I spotted this commotion going on. Obviously something happening. These gulls are squawking at summit. And I had a closer look. And I think it's because Mr. Heron's perhaps took the roosting spot while he chills out. He's keeping his eye on them all. Look, they're ducking, dive bombing him. Yeah, you can't get a minute's peace anywhere, bud. I feel for you. I really do. This convergence of two rivers here, I think it might be the Crowell and the Urwell, I'm not 100% sure on that. Obviously stimulates the water and puts a lot of oxygen in for all the water life forms downstream. You can go over this bridge as well and walk back to Moses Gate Country Park, so if you're feeling really energetic you can do Clifton and then walk up back to Moses Gate. That's a superb world. You'll be out all day but you'll enjoy it. I'm really enjoying this walk this morning. I'm seeing all sorts. Cracking morning. Now as I came off this bridge I saw a couple of little white bottoms running across the field. Looked like road here, I couldn't swear to it. It looked like a pair of road there running. They're a long way off. But it's nice to see them about. You see quite a few cyclists in the park. I don't think there's anything challenging, but it's a nice ride. Now here's something interesting I spotted. I thought they were dinner plates. Well, apparently not. Freshwater turtles. Obviously somebody's dumped them in Clifton Marina. Would you believe it? Just drop a bit more payment for my bird and squirrel buddies. My way of thanks for some of the great sightings and shots I've had this morning. when you look at the amount of flies and little gnats and moths and stuff that are flying about down there, you can see why the birds don't come to your feeders in the spring as much. There's loads of food about for them. Well, I'm really enjoying this walk this morning. I'm seeing all sorts of stuff. It's an amazing place, this place. Full of surprises. I've seen a merganser on the river Irwell. Never seen one of them on the river before. I watched squirrels chasing each other and birds mating. All sorts of stuff. It's a really good place to visit. So get yourself down here and enjoy it. There you go, guys, never miss an opportunity to play. I might be 67 in my body, but in my head I'm still 6 or 7 really, playing in the woods. Happy days, you can't beat it. You're never too old. Well, it's not that nice, this place. I've built my own little place. Moving in next week. Just once the roof that's in. So. I'll tell you what, with the dapple light on that camo gear, if you stand still you just disappear into it. Amazing stuff for getting close to nature. Get yourself some good camo. Well, as you might have heard there, we're quite close to the railway line. I think it's from Manchester to Preston, but don't quote me on that. Right guys, I hope you've enjoyed this morning's video. I'm doing this now. There might be a bit more to come on the film, but my battery's getting a little bit low. I've come back to where I found the fox earth. It does stink a fox, and it's well trampled around the entrance and the surrounding area. So I suspect it's a den with cubs. I'm going to have half an hour to an hour here now. But as I say, my battery's beginning to fade, so I'm going to have a bit of a snack. Carrot, apple, caramel wafer and a glug of Adam's ale out my bottle. H2O to you. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the video. I hope you come and visit Clifton Country Park. It really is a fabulous place. you can see all sorts of stuff. So if you like the video, give me a nice thumbs up, subscribe if you want to, that way you won't miss any new videos, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy. I better save a bit of battery just in case they pop out after. Well, no foxes unfortunately, but I did spot a few bunnies around while I was waiting, so it wasn't a complete waste.